Hello everybody, Dangerous here, and this is going to be the second kind of episode type of thing to controlling the outcome from the first one. The first one was the mental advantage, and basically I toyed with that Alucard kid for so long, and I just continue toying with him because he wants to, type of thing. So whatever, he takes it way too far basically in this one, by ruining his own game, so I find it kind of funny that Cantus actually kills me with that because he's freaking retarded and gets a double. Oh, whatever. Anyways, Big Red Dizzy telling somebody new. But this is the game after the Gridlock game. As you can tell, Alucard is still kind of upset about the whole Nemesis thing, and he ends up just ruining his own gameplay, pretty much. And a couple things to note about this for you guys. Just keep in mind that when there's actual stuff going on, I just kind of ignore what he's doing. And then every time I get a chance to, I just kind of throw something in there that would annoy him. So that's kind of how the whole thing works out. I played a couple of games with him, which he actually ended up quitting in the next game after this because he continued the same situation, pretty much, of just being so upset and overly aggressive that he ruined his gameplay. And he was actually on the other team, so I'm not really sure what his purpose was of that whole thing, but it's kind of whatever. It didn't bother me, and I just kept playing. I was actually kind of giggling and laughing about it during the entire time, so it kind of helped me. So, I guess that's something you guys could note. If something actually straight up annoys you, just kind of let it go, because in the end you're going to end up ruining your own game. And that's kind of not what you want to do, type of stuff. But I told you guys I would give you a couple of information on the whole team thing. I'm gonna set up a specific week for tryouts for you guys, so that you guys can have a date of when you want to do this and when to be expected. I've already got a couple of people picked out, a couple of people that have already came and talked to me about it. And I say a couple because I've only got one, so I don't know why I say a couple. But needless to say, I'm going to have a certain date for you guys to kind of look forward to of when you should be on and when you should be trying to contact me for the most part. And I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be next week. Let me check my schedule real quick. But this weekend there's a big tournament and I won't be able to do anything, pretty much. So it'll be really hard to get the whole tryout thing going. Oh, Stacy Dick, so cute. Oh god. No. If I can't do it next week, I will do it the week after, the weekend after. Next weekend, all I have is really on Saturday. I got a couple of games during kind of midday to late type of thing, starting at 4:45 my time and ending at around 9. So, I don't know how we'll get that going. Maybe I'll use Friday as a tryout day, and then use Sunday as a tryout day. And on Friday, I will give you guys actual tips and information you should probably be working on. And then it won't really be like homework type of stuff, but needless to say, I'll give you guys a couple of things that I noticed about gameplay and let you guys go out there and mess around with it on Saturday and see if you guys like it type of stuff. So we'll figure something out. I'm not sure, but I'll probably do it Friday and I'll probably do it Sunday. Maybe a little bit on Saturday if I wake up earlier. So that's kind of information on that whole thing. I talked to Nico about the intro. A bunch of people are curious about the intro and the outro. I talked to him and he's having a problem with the effect that he wants to do. So now we're kind of debating on, he said it might be another 2 weeks, which is fine with me, but now we're kind of debating on whether we go with an easier, I guess, intro and an easier outro effect than the one that he had picked out that he wants to do. So you might end up getting that in a couple of days, or we might end up getting it in 2 to 3 weeks. So that's kind of the information on that whole thing. But you guys can note the couple of different changes. That guy has a terrible time. But you guys can note a different couple of things from the last Gridlock game, where Alucard was actually on the other team. And I talked about how he pretty much goes for power weapons for the prior game. So I went for power weapons and controlled the power weapon, and then just got into his head and type stuff. So this game, he's actually on my team, and I don't really have to worry about anybody going for power weapons that much. And the funny part is he actually doesn't end up going for power weapons because he's so upset with the last game and he wants to, whatever, act childish kind of thing towards me, which is fine with me, but I don't get why you'd want to do that to yourself. So he ends up doing that and actually doesn't go for power weapons. But it's kind of whatever. In this game, I should have picked up that he is not going for power weapons. And I should have started going for power weapons. I think we had another guy on our team kind of controlling them. I don't really remember. But that guy humps him too. But that's kind of the whole thing. I didn't pick up on that, and I should have picked up on it earlier. And it's all about noticing trends, pretty much, guys. That's kind of the biggest thing in any competitive gameplay, is picking up on trends and adjusting quickly. So, a little helpful tip right there. I tried to pick my other teammate up. That's why I died. But, needless to say, I figured that Alucard would actually be on the other team in the next game, and I planned on playing and staying in the game. So I pretty much just wanted to aggravate him as much as possible, seeing that we got a guaranteed win. I mean, it's a pretty far gap. So, by doing that whole thing, I wanted to make sure that his game was actually not on like the Gridlock game at the start of the next game. And it actually proved to be possible because he ends up quitting out pretty early after getting killed by me. It wasn't anything amazing, it was just I killed him, and then he quit out. You know, so I'm not gonna upload that game because it turned into a giant bot match. But he sponged it, made the noise and everything. But needless to say, that's kind of the biggest thing you guys can learn out of these last 2 episodes is just don't allow for someone, I guess, to take you out of your mental game, because it just slows down all of your reaction. Basically through here I'm just kind of messing around. I don't know if it annoyed the guy more that I wasn't paying any attention when he was doing stuff, and then I would just randomly do stuff. I'm not sure. But it worked out, like I said in the last game. He ended up quitting after the first kill on him. So, with that whole thing being said, you guys take from this, learn from this on his mistakes, learn from my mistakes type of stuff, and everything like that. And I will see you guys in the next episode.